Gentlemen, it is No Shave November, Movember, November, whatever you want to call this month, but this video we are focusing on men's health, more specifically our mental health, because for me it is one of those things that is fairly well overlooked when it comes to just men. And well, honestly, I've dealt with mental issues just about my entire life and am still dealing with many of them to this day. And so therefore I fall in with the 6 million men in America that also have a mental health issue. Since 2021, suicides have been on the rise, specifically in the white male category, coming in at about 70% of all suicides being white males in the year 2021. Now, of course, we had a lot of stuff going on then, but that is one of the closest statistics that I can find to 2024. So hopefully that number is no longer on the rise, but it was back then. Another really scary statistic is that 90% of schizophrenia cases are men. 90%. That's probably about the highest statistic that I've seen on any of this stuff so far. And then there's a statistic of that 40% of us have never talked to anybody about our mental health or our mental state. And from that statistic, we can pretty much roll right into the next one that's related to that, with 1 in 5 men will abuse alcohol at some point in their life to deal with the mental issues that they may have going on. Men are also way more likely to binge drink. So what's causing these mental illnesses in men? Well, the top 3 leading is work at 32%, money at 31%, and health at 21%. I think that a lot of it just plain old out comes down to being able to provide. Because let's face it, work and money are pretty much the same thing, because if you're working or you're not working, you're getting not enough money most likely, so therefore that's why that would be an issue. And if you can't work because of your health, then it goes right back to the first 2. So what are some things that we can do about these issues to help change some of those figures? Well, first off, I think that it really comes down to taking care of ourselves. And if you take care of ourselves, we can then take care of the people around us. Where if we don't take care of ourselves, how are we supposed to take care of those around us? The most obvious way to take care of yourself is by seeking professional help. Whether it's a psychologist, a counselor, they have the tools and they know ways to help you best be able to cope with whatever issues you may currently be having or may have in the future. I know that I have been in and out of counselors for just about my whole life, and I have learned a lot of really great coping skills. Along with seeing them, of course, they can recommend medications to you and help you get on the right prescription for you. And yes, I know we don't like the idea of that, but sometimes we need a little bit extra boost and a little bit extra help inside of here to get those chemicals right so that we can work on whatever the issues are. So never rule out medication completely, because they do have their place. Now the next one is one that I am hoping to do more of next spring and summer, which is being more physically active. Whether that is going to the gym or going for a walk, going for a hike, whatever. It is proven that getting exercise and getting those endorphins and getting your blood flowing nicely can help with your mental health. Now, most likely, the next way is the way that I'm looking at doing it next spring and summer, and that is getting outdoors. The benefits of being outdoors, having your hands in dirt, having fresh air go through your lungs is just one of the best ways that I have found anyway to help my mental health. Now this can be biking, hiking, canoeing, camping, just going for a walk, planting a garden. Whatever it takes to be outside, you can get tremendous mental health benefits from just being out there. And of course, the vitamin D that you can get while you are out there can definitely help boost that effect as well. Now, the next thing is not exactly easy for some of us, as it is building strong social connections. Now, the key word there is definitely strong. We don't need a lot of them. We just need a few strong ones. It really helps to be able to call somebody up and be like, hey, dude, I'm having a hard time. Let's go see a movie. Let's go grab some food. Let's, go to have some range therapy, whatever the case may be. Just to have somebody strong there that will be like, hey, yeah, dude, I'm there. Right? You don't need anybody that is, trained up on anything just to be able to talk some things through, or talk some of the harder things through that you may not necessarily want to talk to somebody that you don't know that well, right? So that is one that you really want to start building before you ever are in a really dark spot where you may feel alone. Which isolation can definitely be an issue, and having those strong connections around you when you need them or when they need you, being that strong connection is also very important as well. But it really helps people to know that, you know, they're not completely alone, that there is somebody at the other end of that phone when they call, when they need you or you need them. So strong social connections are a really important part to our mental health. Now the next one is a rather old technique, but we should probably do more of it as men, because a lot of things have been learned from the guys that did this before us, and that is journaling. Now I know that may seem outdated, and when I say journaling, you can type it out if you want to, but I would really recommend a pen and paper, because there's just something about writing it all out that helps you kind of straighten things out in your head. You don't have to write a book, you just have to write a couple thoughts that you had for the day into it, or you can write a 3-4 page thing if that's what you need. Now for me, journaling doesn't really work very well, but I do know a couple of people that swear by it and really enjoy the process of putting their thoughts down into a notebook, even if all it is what they did that day. Next up is setting yourself goals, whether that goal is to write one entry into your journal every day, or getting out of bed, or saving up for a decent meal at the end of the week. Whatever the case may be, make sure that you have goals and make sure that they are attainable. Now, these goals can and will change depending on the mental health state that you are in. For instance, if you are extremely depressed, getting up in the morning and getting out of bed may be your hardest goal for the day. And that's okay. But as your brain and as you start to get better and feeling better, the important thing is that you have attainable goals. You don't want to say, oh, well, I want to be a millionaire within 3 months, because it's not going to probably happen. So being able to reach those goals and see that you are progressing on something can also make all the difference in your everyday life, whether you are going through a hard time or just a normal, healthy day. Now, the next thing that we can do is develop hobbies. I am a very staunch supporter of everybody, not just guys, but everybody having some kind of hobby. And no, I do not consider sitting on the couch watching TV for 4 or 5 hours a day as a hobby. So what I'm going to be considering as a hobby for the remainder of this video is: 1, you're somewhat active. 2, you accomplish goals. 3, you get to enjoy the fruits of your labor of doing that hobby. So what do you get from hobbies? Well, first off, you get stress relief. Just doing something that you enjoy doing can provide quite a bit of stress relief, which of course stress relief can help decline anxiety and depression, which many hobbies that guys can pick up are very physical as well. Whether you are hiking, strength training, camping, woodworking, building something, all of it can take some physical strength, which of course, as we talked about earlier, can help with your mental state as well. And not only does it help you gain your muscles, but you can also get cardio out of it, which obviously helps with your blood flow and your heart, which we also tend to be pretty high on the scale of, heart attacks as well. So any cardio that you can get is definitely good. And it also helps release endorphins that can help both our mood and energy levels all around. A sense of accomplishment. When you learn new skills, when you finish the project, when you get to see the results of the fruits of your labor, you definitely can feel a sense of accomplishment and a sense of worth, which in really bad times, just finishing out a video for you guys made all the difference for me and really helped me push on for the next video, for the next review, for the next item on the list for the next week. So just being able to accomplish something and learn something in the process definitely helps the mental health as well. Now, one thing that you also may not think about when you think of a hobby is the work-life balance. If you've got something to go home to look forward to doing that you enjoy way that helps you kind of forget the rest of the issues in your life, you're going to be more prone to going home and doing that thing than you are going to be to just stay at work as much as you possibly can. Now, yes, obviously there's times that we need to do that, but the majority of the time you really got to balance those out so that your mental health stays right on track. I do want you guys to go ahead and check out Movember.com. Not only do they have a lot of great stuff to help yourself, to help somebody that you think may be going through a mental health crisis, they've got stuff on prostate cancer and as well as how to save our balls. Literally. So definitely, I would really like you guys to head over to that link that I will have in the video description for you guys. I would highly recommend, if at the very least you guys go over, check out all the information and all of the great resources that they have compiled over there on Movember.com. And of course, if you are having suicidal thoughts and are in the United States, please dial 988 and talk to somebody, as that is the last thing that we would like anybody to do that watches this channel. And I would really hope that you would take the couple of minutes to make that call, because it literally could save your life or somebody else's around you, because you are cared about. And with that, guys, I hope that you are all doing very well mentally and physically. And I really do want to let you guys know that I am usually checking my social medias a couple of times a day, or at least once a day typically. So if you guys just need to chat or whatever, please don't hesitate at all to go ahead and message me on one of the many platforms that I am on. And I would definitely like to know what your guys' hobby is. If you have one, go ahead and leave it down in the comment section. Or if you don't have one, let me know what you would dream of learning how to do. Once again, leave that down in that comment section. As always, until next time, you all have a good one.